Today's subject, Strv 130. Zero Series was a pre-production order for the Army after the successful display of the S1 and S2 prototypes. 10 units of these series were built, and they were used to test how the Strv 103 would perform in Swedish defense doctrine. The tanks were also tested in order to evaluate logistics, organization, their compatibility with other tank units, and crew training. These trials ended in 1966, following an order placed by the Swedish Army for 70 Strv 103As in 1964. The first batch of these new tanks was delivered in 1967, a year after the Zero Series trials ended. It was introduced as a pack vehicle in Update 1.95 Northern Wind. Its main armament, it's a 105mm L74 cannon with an autoloader with 4 seconds of reload time. It has a laser rangefinder and NVD for gunner and driver. To aim, the entire hull has to move, which makes very difficult to aim while moving. Its best round is the SLPPRJ M61 APDS with 358mm of penetration at 10 meters. Even if it doesn't seem that good, you won't have problems penetrating anything in its BR range. Some vehicles with ERA can be a little problematic, but can still be killed. The best way to kill vehicles in up tires is disabling the engine or track and then the cannon. Failing one shot won't cause much of a problem since we out-reload every tank. Look at this bitch. Using such a op tank and covered in bushes, mouse. Object 279, doesn't matter, just point and click and most likely will pen. Since we have a 77-degree slope, we'll bounce fast aim shots, but be careful. The breach is in the top part of the tank, which makes it a relatively common damage. Like most tanks, the frontal lower plate, it's our weak spot. Get hit frontally will most likely destroy the transmission or engine, which is a guaranteed dead. The sides are a trolley part. Sometimes the rounds will bounce and other will pen. Since it lacks smoke grenades, you have to be careful turning corners. The max forward speed in RB battles is 50 km/h or 31 miles per hour for retards and 44 km/h in reverse. Since the ammo rack is in the back, you won't have to worry about them. The only secondary weapon it has is two 7.62mm KSP machine gun, which will do nothing to tracks or cannons. The crew consists of 3 members, a driver, a gunner, and a commander. They sit behind the transmission and engine. Survivability, it's great. Having only 3 crew members sounds bad, but any of the 3 can operate the entire tank alone. Since we have an auto-loader, we just need 1 alive to keep fighting. The ideal playstyle is being an ambusher. Stay far away from cities or closed scenarios, hiding behind a hill, and using the laser rangefinder for accurate shots. Moving to different locations every few shots to avoid revenge bombing. This is a very important part. Hide your lower front plate correctly. Even poor aim shots will pen and get you fucked. Since the armor is centered in the front, the upper is extremely thin, which will make you an easy target for aircrafts and helis, and will most likely kill you. When moving, be careful if you tilt the tank. If the tilt is more of 30 degrees, the gun won't be able to shot. For conclusion, it's a very funny tank. It has good penetration and damage, very fast reload, a tiny profile, and the armor can be trolley. For cons, the armor is useless if angled incorrectly, the sides can be pen easily, the gun it's fixed to the hull, most rounds will pen the lower frontal plate, independent of the angle. Its current price is 8,380 golden eagles. Being honest, if you want to grind fast through the Swedish tech tree, it's better to buy the CV9105. If you really want an 8.0 Swedish premium, the VIDAR is a better option since you will unlock 2 variants of the 103 in the tech tree. It's only recommendable with 50% discount or more. If you have it, leave a comment with your experience with it. Thanks for watching.